at Georgia Lend, I was completing a 2-year fellowship with CDC on the Learn the Signs Act Early program, which helps to promote developmental monitoring and screening for children birth to 5. I recently finished my fellowship with CDC, and I've taken on the position in South Carolina as the program manager for the Children with Special Healthcare Needs under Title V. I think the best way that the Georgia Lend program helped prepare me is by offering leadership experiences in the course on leadership development. Being a leader is really difficult, and the experiences through Lend, we got to meet people in different disciplines that were leaders. We also did different site visits where we were able to see people in leadership roles. And I think it's important as I continue on my career and I start taking more of a leadership role to understand how leadership works, both intellectually, what are the key elements of leadership, and then how is that in reality and in action. And Georgia Lend really helped strengthen some of my leadership skills and helped me to develop my own personal leadership style. If I had to summarize my Georgia Lend experience in 5 words, I think the 5 words I would use are advocacy, leadership, cohesion, connection, and synergy. I think one of the best experiences with the Georgia Lend program that helped in my professional career is being paired with a family that has a neurodevelopmental disabled child. I was able to visit the family and their home a few times over the course of the program, and I went not as a social worker, not as a professional, but just as a person wanting to learn more about their family and what their child goes through, what a typical day is like. And being able to leave my professional hat at the door, I didn't have to come in there doing a needs assessment, a psychosocial evaluation, and I could just sit there and talk to the family and see what they had gone through. And I think that helped me tremendously as a professional, being able to connect with the families that I'll be working with and seeing where they're coming from and what they have been through. And it really helps with that compassion and the empathy that's essential in my field. My time with the Georgia Lend program definitely changed my view on disabilities. I think when I went into the program, I thought I knew everything. Here I am, I'm a social worker. I had professional experience as a case manager for children and adults with developmental disabilities. I was working at CDC as a fellow for the National Center for Birth Defects and Developmental Disabilities. But the thing that I was missing was that interdisciplinary piece. And being a part of Lend has helped me see how all the other disciplines, the speech language, the OT, the PT, the law, special education, psychology, we need to work together. It's not about siloing, and just because I'm a social worker, that doesn't make me an expert. And the other thing was really looking at families as they are the experts. They're the ones that are living with the disability. They're the people that have the disability, and really taking a lead from them to create a more person-centered advocacy plan. There were several very memorable moments in my Georgia Lend experience. Um, the biggest one, I think, was being able to go to the AUCD conference in DC with several other Lend trainees and fellows here from Georgia. We really were able to form a very cohesive bond and get to know each other better, and it was at the beginning of the term, so that was a really nice icebreaker. And also we were able to meet other folks that were in the Lend programs across the US. And what was nice about that was being able to see that there are other like-minded and passionate individuals that want to improve the lives of people with disabilities.